how I made the burning church for my Vampires Will Never Hurt You inspired makeup look in under 3 minutes. I started by drawing the church digitally in the proportions I wanted, then printed it out to use as a template. After tracing it onto some transparent paper, then to watercolor paper, I painted it with my trusty Mehron face paint palette. I used a technique used in watercolor painting to give it a stone wall look. First, I gave it a gray wash, then dappled on spots of a darker gray. For an added layer of texture, I sprinkled table salt over the whole thing while the paint was still wet and let it dry overnight. After cutting out the windows and stenciling them onto another piece of watercolor paper, I used the red, orange, and yellow face paint to make a rough ombre effect to give the illusion of fire behind textured glass. I let them all dry, cut out the pieces, and taped each one to the back of the church. I drew the flames that'll be coming out of the church and layered the red, orange, and yellow paint on top of each other, which was by far the second longest part of this whole process, second only to the tracing. While the flames were drying, I took a super fine tip black marker and traced over the entire church again to define all the lines and add the window panes. I then redid the shading with black eyeshadow, added all of the flames the same way I added the windows, attached some bulb cap plastic to the bottom, and bada bing, bada boom. If you want to see how I pulled off the rest of this look, including the billowing smoke headband behind the church, go check out the full tutorial for this look on my channel.